There's a couple of things that we need to discuss to close out this subject. One of the things that we need to discuss is the fact that if you are involved or your personal fall arrest system is involved in any kind of a fall, you go off the iron. Everything that was involved in that fall needs to be taken out of service, red tagged, until it can be inspected and recertified, checked by a professional. Very often, if someone goes off the iron, we take the harness and the lanyards and whatever else was involved, take it back, and the manufacturer will give us new equipment. What you cannot do, and what I do not want you to do, is I don't want you to just tell your foreman, oh yeah, I'm okay, let me go ahead and go back to work and put the stuff back on and get back up on the iron. If you go off the iron, there's a certain protocol and procedure we're going to follow. We're going to take you to the clinic. We're going to make sure you're okay. And we need all of the gear that was involved. So if you were attached to a beamer with a lanyard and your harness, all of that stuff needs to come to us. And we need to examine it and make sure that it gets properly checked out, either by us or by the manufacturer, before we allow you to have it back. Now, if you go to the clinic, get checked out, you're fine. They let you come back to work. We understand, but you can't go back to using the same harness that you had until we guarantee that it's in good working order. One of the things that will happen is if you go off the iron and you hit hard enough, there are little load indicators on the back side of your harness, and those load indicators will snap. So that tells us immediately that there's been enough stress put on that harness that it won't be something that we'll be putting back into service. So there are ways that we can tell. So do bear that in mind. The other thing that you do want to remember is that if something has been designated or is designed for fall protection, that's what it needs to be used for. It can't be used for something else and then brought back into service as a piece of safety equipment. And this applies to things like, for example, ropes. If you're using rope for a rope grab, you can't use that rope to go tie down a load or secure something on the truck and then take it apart and come back and use it for safety. So bear that in mind. Also, you don't want to be using any part of your personal fall arrest system as a means of, say, for example, pulling up a nose bag or something like that. So be aware of those things. Something that is designated for safety is intended to be used for that and not taken away and used for some other purpose. Thank you.